Welcome to Google Classroom Session 2, Notifications and Posts. A lot of the times people don't think about notifications when they set something up online. In Google Classroom, you can receive email notifications when a variety of things happen, such as a student submits a work a second time after you've returned it, a student sends you a private note, a student submits work after the due date, a teacher invites you to teach a course as an additional teacher, someone comments on your post, someone mentions you in a post or comment, or a scheduled post published or failed to post. So that's a lot of emails that could clog up your inbox. So by default, notifications are on and you will receive email messages when all of those different things I just mentioned happen. But you can specify which notifications you want to receive by customizing your notifications. Customizing your notifications is a very simple procedure. Let's take a look. If you don't want your inbox of your Gmail account to be inundated with emails, you need to look at your notifications. Click on the menu icon and you'll scroll down to Settings. It'll be all the way at the bottom. Here's where you can change your profile picture if you so desire, and you can change your password and other security access options. But here's your notifications. By default, they are going to be turned on for everything. That you'll get a notification if someone comments on your post, mentions you, all these other different things, classes you're enrolled in, if posts from other teachers, return work, invitations, due date reminder, the classes you teach. You'll get an email notification if someone submits their work late or a kid resubmits or a scheduled post published or failed. So you really need to decide yourself which of these notifications you want on or off. I personally turn all of mine off because I get enough email. And I go into Google Classroom enough to check all my students' assignments as well. So it's really up to you how you like to change your notifications. There are a few different kinds of posts that you can create in Google Classroom. Two of the posts are assignments and announcements. And sometimes people get a little bit confused with them and their features. An assignment is where a task can be posted for a student to complete and turn in. Teachers can attach files and links. Any kind of file, a Word document, a Google Doc, a video, a link to a website. Students can also create different kinds of Google Docs or add their own files and links to an assignment they are turning in. And when I say students can create a Google Doc, they can create a doc, a slide, a form, or a spreadsheet right from within the assignment itself. Announcements are posts that provide information to students. Students can comment on announcements and posts and can create group discussions as well. Teachers can also attach files and links much like they do in assignments. The difference is students won't be attaching files and links to announcements. Let's take a look at how you can create an announcement. When creating any kind of post, you're going to look for the plus sign in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. You click on the plus sign and you can see the different options for the kind of post you can make. We're going to create an announcement. And notice the icon for the announcement is like a little thought bubble. Simply click on it and it'll show you the announcement. So I can put in the announcement, here is a link to use to learn about computational thinking. Okay, so you can decide who you want this announcement to go to. You can click on the little menu icon, the little triangle, and select more than one class if you'd like it to. So if this announcement wanted to go to multiple classes, I could just check off the classes I wanted to go to. One thing this changes is you cannot differentiate any longer and decide that it should go to certain students. So if I just wanted this announcement to go to certain students, I'd have to pick the class, and then I could check off, uncheck, and then just check off what students that I wanted it to go to. You can also add attachments, things from Google Drive, YouTube videos, or links. So if I was going to say, here's a link to use about computational thinking, I need to know and have my link already copied. So I can click Attach the link, paste my link, and click Add Link. And there will be my link about computational thinking. And I simply click on Post. So it is going to my class Care Technology and only these 4 students. If I wanted to go to all the students, I could simply check All Students. If you wanted to use this in more than one class, once again, you could check off more than one class. But if you wanted to send it to specific students, you could reuse this post, and we'll talk about that later. Questions are also another type of post that you can create in Google Classroom. They are great for exit tickets or starting some kind of discussion and other uses. You can create a question that requires a short answer, a multiple choice question. You can track the number of students who responded in the class stream, and you can draft questions to post later, or post questions to just individual students if you want to as well. You can also grade and return questions to students. Let's take a look at the question feature in Google Classroom. Creating questions in Google Classroom is very easy. Find the plus button and give a click. Find Create a Question and simply click on it. It has the question right here, and I could say, okay, what did you do over Thanksgiving break? Notice there's spell check. If it was a more in-depth question and there were certain instructions you could put right here, it is like an assignment, so I can assign a due date for when I wanted the question answered. And I could decide, do I want a short answer or multiple choice? So if it was multiple choice, I could then put the answers here, but since what did you do over Thanksgiving break isn't really multiple choice, I would make it a short answer. You have options for students to reply to each other or students able to edit an answer. I like to leave students edit the answer off, and it depends on your class if you want them to be able to reply to each other or not. You do have the option of attaching a number of different items to the question if they need something for help. Like, for example, if you were making this a larger research question and you wanted them to go to a certain website, you could click on the link and put in the link to the website you wanted them to go to be able to research the history question. If there was a video you wanted them to find, you could click on YouTube. If you know the URL, you could paste it right here, or you could search the video for a certain video. So maybe I was looking for history of Thanksgiving, and I could find a video and click on it and add it. If you had something in Google Drive, you could click on the Google Drive icon and find the document, or upload the document. So really, the Attach and the Google Drive are the same menus, except for the first option they open is different depending on what you click on. If you click on the paperclip, it'll go to upload, like you want to select a file from your computer. But you can also click on My Drive in this way as well. If you click on Google Drive, it will take you to your recent things in Google Drive, or you could click on My Drive or Team Drives, or if you thought, wait a minute, I'm wrong, I didn't want Google Drive, you could go to Upload. So it works the same way as when you're adding an announcement, except for you have the different features of giving it a due date, and if you want students to reply to each other or students to be able to edit the answer. And then here it says Ask. But you do have the ability to save it as a draft if you wanted to save it for later. And if you save it as a draft, it says right here Save Posts. And you can click and see it. And when you're ready to schedule it or ask it right away, you can click on it now. So if you save draft, whether it's a question or an announcement or an assignment, it shows up here as saved posts, and you can either click on the X to delete it, click on it, and then just say ask. So here it is, and let's look at it from the student view. In the student view, you see what did you do over Thanksgiving break and your answer. Well, right here it says type your answer. So here's the difference between the student view and the teacher view. The teacher view, you still have the question mark. You have add class comments down here. In the student view, you have your answer, and you can type in your answer, I slept and ate, and click submit. Once a student clicks submits, it says done here. I had it all turned on in the teacher view so that the student was allowed to edit their answer. Students can edit answers. In the student view, you see right here, it says edit. And I can click on it and it will let me edit my answer. So if you don't want students changing their answers, you want to turn this feature off. Now watch. When I refresh the screen, here's my answer, and it's still letting me edit it, which it shouldn't. So I'm not sure. Oh, maybe it won't let you answer other. Okay. So here's the classmates' answers, so the kids can see the other kids' answers if you want them to. That is what this does. Students can reply to each other. That's turned on. If I turn it off, oh, and I forgot to hit save. Students can edit answers. Watch, when I go here into the student view and I refresh the screen, I can no longer edit my answer, and I don't have the option to see the students' others' answers like I did before. Let's show you that again. In the teacher view, if I turn on students can reply and students can edit, and remember to click save this time, and I go back to the student view and refresh the page, then you'll see that I can edit again and see the classmates' answers. And that's how you can create questions in Google Classroom. Here's your assignment for Google Classroom Session 2. Go into your notifications and customize them to your liking so you can determine what emails you would like to receive notifications from. Post a question in your class. Review and grade the response from me, the instructor. Post an announcement. Attach a doc, a video, and a link to the announcement. When you are done with this, go into Edmodo and just let me know that you have completed this assignment by saying Assignment 2 completed.